You. What up? We back. See what time? 10:47. All right. How's everybody doing? Got a. I say this every stream and we end up going over time, but a little bit of a short one today. We'll try to wrap up some stuff from yesterday though. Might as well jump right into it. So, quick recap. Super Ninja Chicken, what up? I'm well. How are you? How's your Sunday going? All right, so let's recap yesterday real quick. You tired? Nah, I feel that. I definitely feel that. Whenever it starts, we can recap. There we go. All right. So first thing yesterday was to get the visuals for that attack set up, which is basically just a recolor of this one. I do plan to go back and kind of change. I needed a placeholder though. But I do want the clones to kind of play a part in that, the same way they do here, like with his other attacks. I keep forgetting we got that stupid twerking animation set up for a placeholder. When he calls out the clone, I wanted him to do like a pose, like point the saber at the enemy or something. But for right now, he just starts throwing that thing in a circle. So what's this form? It's so it wasn't in any of the games. It's based on Shippu, his clone attack that he has, like OG Zero has in I can't remember which Zero game he has it in. Not Zero game, which Mega Man X game he has it in. But Zero would send a clone out. So kind of decided, like, since he has forms based on the other four, so like Ryujin, Hirutsuzan, Koenbu, and Raijin Geki, just to go ahead and give him one based on the clone. And this is also my way of kind of sneaking cyber elves into this, even though I don't really plan on doing much with cyber elves. So essentially, or visually, the cyber elves act as the clones. So they kind of float behind them, and then when he can kind of send them out to do one of his special attacks. So far, I like it. It said maybe X4, maybe X5. Gotcha. It's been so long since I played those. But yesterday we kind of played around with some stuff, and it gets kind of wonky. The combo potential is crazy. Some stuff that we need to fix today, like we saw at the end of the stream yesterday, was where the clone spawns. So for example, one of the things we had to set up or fix was if the enemy's close enough to the ground, then the clone needs to do the ground version of the attack. So like that's the ground version of Ryu. That's the air version. So we got that to work. But the new issue is sometimes the enemy will, not the enemy, the clone will do the ground version, but its vertical position would be, it wouldn't be on the ground though. It would be matching the enemy's vertical position. Like that. And in some instances, this works, but like just now, it kind of just looks weird, right? Like the enemy is standing on air. Not the enemy, the clone. So the goal for today is to fix that. Yeah, it's to fix that. Besides that though, you can do some funny stuff with it though. So that width, because we need to, because of the changes that was made towards the end of the stream. But there was a combo yesterday where it's like this, and then when the enemy's on the way back, you send another clone out to do that. You follow it up with that, and then, but we will get to that. So we need to fix that Y position. We'll get to that. Loku, what up? Would have hopped there earlier, but it was a middle Japanese prize. Oh, nice. I need to get back into learning it. I keep falling off. Like I'll go strong for like a month or two and then just fall off for like a year. Something similar to the MVC3 version of Twin Dream. All right, so glad you asked. Glad you asked. So each, I'll boot it back up. So each special attack has a alternate version if you are currently using the chip that matches that element. So like so here's regular like Ryu engine. But if you go flame chip and then use Ryu engine, you get that version. And the same goes for like everything else. So regular Raijingeki, Thunder form Raijingeki, wait, switch back. Regular Quinzon, the wind version, which you can jump cancel, kind of like Dante's Air Rave, and do some wild stuff with that. And then Hyorit, so regular version, and then Frost version. So the idea is that the plus version of Shippu will be like Twin Dream, essentially. That's kind of the fallback. We're gonna try to make it like an AI controlled clone that kind of does its own thing first. Like we'll try that first, and if that isn't, like, if I can't really get that to feel kind of good to use, then the fallback is to just make it like Twin Dream and have a clone that just copies everything Zero does for an extra hit. Let's see. What up, Fitz? You see you updated the gauntlet design? Nice. Teo, is it Tayo? What's up? Welcome in. So that's the plan. Um, oh, Teo, gotcha. All right, so I kind of need a flow chart to kind of work this out. That's all right. I personally think the clone that copies what he does, but you do you. Gotcha. Yeah, because as I'm kind of working on the way the clones work now, uh, I think as far as scope is concerned, it would probably be easier just to do the clone that copies everything he does. And that's the whole reason why I'm doing the little side project with the Legend of Zelda is to experiment with AI before I kind of try to bring AI into this project. I was thinking in the system melee, squarish martial arts, triangle for Wraith Blade. Left stick works like it does in DMC, where direction plus button equals specific attack. I'm late here. We're glad to see your progress, man. What does CDI stand for? Um, it's my initials. Well, T and D are my initials. The I was indie. Because my quote unquote brand before I became Keeley was TD Indie. So my first two initials and then Indie. So that's what TDI came from. Said turkey disc. We need to legally distinct the Legend of Zelda, maybe the Tale of Lunk. Yeah, it's coming along. I was hoping to have it done with a devlog for it before Christmas because if I can't get it done before I go see my folks for the holidays, then it won't be done until like sometime in January, which is what it's looking like, honestly. But now I'm leaning towards doing a zero devlog first and then do the devlog for the Zelda project because I think enough progress enough progress has been made in this project since the last devlog to kind of warrant a new devlog. So it's word of mouth that one guy with the sword acting as your namespace as well. Yep. Yeah. I kind of formed a little habit of doing that. Kind of helps me keep track of my own scripts and not mixing them up with any scripts that get imported from assets. Did you get to check out the song? Yeah, I listened to the main theme. Sorry, I keep bothering you. No, you're good. You're good. Yeah, listen to the main thing, the zeros thing. We're looking for. All right, so this is what we tweaked yesterday, and the issue is, I think it was here. So yeah, if zero's locked on, checks if the enemy's in the air, and then what actually positions the clone was this. But the issue was that like, if the enemy was in the air or zero was locked on, it would use the target's position. But if we're doing the ground version of the attack, then it needs to not necessarily use zero's position because there may be cases where zero is like the enemy is close enough to the ground to do the ground version, but zero might be standing higher or lower than where the enemy is. So it would need to we could use the enemy's Y position as a starting point, but it would need to kind of like raycast downward to find where the ground is. And that would, we would probably have to do that like somewhere in that block. I should have done a flowchart first. Let's see. That's a pretty good idea, actually. I'm a Unity developer as well, mostly for VR, but your stuff has been way cool to watch. So I appreciate it. Well, that's awesome though. You're doing VR. I want to try that myself. But yeah, like I learned way back. Like I was getting my own scripts mixed up with scripts from assets imported. So I kind of just threw that little prefix up that'll help me know what's what. I did use a state machine. So for this project, initially I didn't, and then I went back and tried to rework it into a state machine for at least for Zero stuff. The enemy AI, not the enemy AI, but the enemy script too. So Zero script kind of uses a state machine. So I kind of worked the state machine into it. But I wish I had initially gone back and like not going back, but when I started the project, I wish I kind of had a state machine in mind. There are certain methods that I need to kind of encapsulate a little bit. Like this one method is all for movement, and I kind of want to break this up a bit because it gets confusing. And then the enemy AI, that one's pretty much fully set up with a state machine. Wait, where's the state machine at? And then with the Legend of Zelda project, that one was set up with a state machine like right off the bat, and it's been way easier to set up the player controller than this has been, because the issue I run into now with this is the fact that I didn't kind of design Zero's controls with the state machine in mind initially makes it more difficult to go back and add new stuff. Which, I mean, you know, it's a learning experience. That's kind of the whole point of this is, you know, learning experience. So I've always wanted to make VR Zero X style game. That would be crazy. I'd love to see that though. It is difficult because you never anticipate how complex inputs can get. Exactly. Exactly. Like with this, I didn't plan on doing the chips. I didn't plan on doing cyber elves, like the form changes and all that. I didn't even plan on the sub weapons. So going back and having to like break things that worked fine to add new stuff, and then when you patch it together and you find out you just broke something else because that mechanic wasn't designed with all this new stuff in mind. You know, this game design in a nutshell. All right. So the plan to fix this issue is to have the clone send a raycast down to see where the ground is. Use the enemy's Y position plus the offset as a starting point for that raycast. Shoot it down, see where the ground is, move to that spot, and then do the attack. That way it's not based on Zero's position, because like I said, sometimes Zero could be higher or lower than where the enemy is. So what I'll do Let's just do this. I think I'll just put it in its own little function down here. Whoa. Do I want a Boolean or do I want? Because I need to return a Boolean, but I also need to return a vector 3 if it actually gets the position. I guess instead, I mean, I could just not set it as its own function and just do this. Wrong method. Where are you? No, that was the right method. Wrong section. Here we go. What I'll do is this. Let's see. Devil May Cry style combos, chains, and various attributes just seem to add more and more states. Yeah, scalability is hard to anticipate. That's why version 2s, etc., tend to be so common. Right. Trust me, I've gone through so many versions of fits. Dude's gameplay inspiration switches constantly. Yeah, that's how it is, though. You work on something for so long, and then all of a sudden, it's like, wouldn't it be cool if I could also do this? And it's like, I mean, yeah, but what about scope? I could return a struct. That's right. Could return a struct. And that way you can have a Boolean and a vector 3. You see, scope and I don't exist. Could return a struct. Yeah. Let's do that. Hold on. And respond to this text real quick. All right. Let's go and declare ourselves a struct up here. We're gonna call it like ground state, ground position. Near ground. Ground delta. I don't know. You saying we're gonna call it Fill Me with Dread? Ground check. Let's call it ground check. Um, What are you talking about? All right. Boolean. Figure out. Or bound. Grand. Vector 3 position. That here. Then I ran into an issue. The name. I was gonna name the function ground check. Check for ground, man. How about that? 3 origin. Yeah, I think we just need that. New. I'm just gonna call it a struct. Hey. You chill out. Let me go ahead and knock this out. All right. Inconsistent accessibility. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, my bad. My bad. I don't know why I put new right here. There. All right. So we need to raycast downward. So I could just do physics raycast. When we had these are sphere casts yesterday. We're just gonna try to raycast. And I need the version that uses the layer mask, which I think is 15. Nah, origin direction. All right. As far as distance goes, I'm gonna be real generous with this and say like be real generous with this. Let's see. Out, hit, layer mask, ground check. Ooh. Oh wait, I missed something. Yeah, origin, direction, the hit, max distance. Oh wait, it comes before that. There you go. You happy now? All right, so if we hit something, we can provide or pass the information into the struct. Otherwise, the most important part of this is that boolean. that point. Which by default it should be false, but I'm gonna make sure. It's probably redundant to do, but and I could have put it in else here too though, but all right, so Sonic music. Y'all seen Sonic 3 yet? I might go see it today or tomorrow. I'm not sure yet. I'm gonna rock out with this. 79 out of 85 trophies in Soul Remaster 1 and 2. It comes out this Friday in Japan. I may go see it if I get the chance. Oh, okay, gotcha. All right. So right here. I need to change this because for right now, so if because I think in air is based on if the enemy is grounded or practically grounded. The name that we decided on yesterday. So we need to break this up. So we'll start with this. So if you're currently locked on to something, and do I want to put it in here? Or do I want to put it? Yeah, we can always come back and clean it up. So if target switch Street Fighter. Is the ground necessary to be used in other methods in the class? You may want to make it a class property. True. For right now, it's only looking like I need to use it in one spot. We'll see in a second. We'll see in a second. Let's do, well, all right. If not in there, meaning the target is on the ground or close enough to the ground where the clone needs to do the ground version of the special attack. Then we do this. And the origin is, we can grab We just use this. Yeah, the target position. Yeah, because it's off. This is what offsets it. I need to be leaving notes. I am terrible at leaving comments in my code. All right. If this is the case, then we need to take this. Oops, vector. I just need the Y. And I don't want to hear vector 3, vector man music. Can't play that one because that one gets flagged for no reason. Nah. Oh, the Sonic 2 music. Sonic Adventure 2. Where's matter of fact, where's not Midtown Roars? I think it's this one. Yeah. Sorry late. We said I'm machine left console streaming. Got you. You good, Trizzy? What up, bro? And deep rooted in here. Deep rooted in the building. I'm sorry. All right. So if we're locked on and the target's on the ground or close enough to the ground, we do the check with that offset position. If the check returns true, we modify the Y position in that offset based on that ground check to put the clone on the ground. And if not, this is where it gets tricky. You could fall back and use Zero's position, his Y position. Or it can just I think we need to test it first and then figure out where to move from there. Yeah. All right. If the target is in the air, we just do this. And if Zero is not even locked on or anything, just use Zero's Y position. Which means we no longer need this. This isn't 100% gonna work. I can kind of see it. Yeah, I'm about to test it now. This isn't 100% complete. I can kind of see it because we need a fallback if there is no ground found. It needs like a default position, which I mean technically it has this, but let's just test it. Let's just oh wait, this. Go back. I think this is just ground, but I don't like these are my scroll wheel. It's not working. There you go. Just gonna keep clicking until there we go. No, you are ground. All right. You are not. Oh, you're ground too. All right, we'll just leave it at that then. Did you hear that someone's making a Megaman X FPS? Really? I need to see that. I was gonna try to do something like that when I was deciding on because like if you watch my burnout video, I like to when this starts feeling like a chore, I like to go and do something else. Like when I did the replicating the Buster Sword mechanics from Apex when they did the Final Fantasy VII event. And I was thinking about taking that project and kind of doing like a Mega Man X like FPS type thing with it, like a movement shooter Mega Man X game. But ultimately I decided just to try to do like Dark Souls Legend of Zelda. Maverick Hunter. Oh, they did cancel that game, right? I'm gonna look into that. That sounds cool. All right, so clone should just appear on the ground behind the enemy. Okay, now I'm gonna do most of the string to that attack. When the clone pops out, on paper, it should still be on the ground behind the enemy. Do the ground version of Ryuinger. It should not spawn in the air, like above the ground, and do the ground version of Ryuinger. On paper. See how it goes. Ah, okay, we're good. So it works. Maybe. So the next question is, like we saw yesterday, I'm gonna move this guy over here. All right, so like we saw yesterday, if Zero is above or below where the enemy is, the clone would match Zero's Y position. So when it spawned to do the ground version of Ryuinger, it was like the feet of the clone were around this guy's shoulders. So it should work now, right? He should be ground level. Yeah, there we go. Zero, I'm not sure what you just did, but that was weird. Cool. What if you're up here and I'm down here? Perfect. All right. So let's see how that affects other stuff like during a combo. So right there is too low. I think that's an easy fix. Yeah. That is an easy fix because I planned ahead for stuff like this. So way down, up, my bad, right here. So when the player controller passes the name of the attack, which I probably should use enums instead of strings, but I digress. I can set an offset for each attack. So for this one, I'm starting to think it doesn't actually need a -1 offset. It might even need to, I might even need to move them up a little bit, the clone. Maverick Hunter X is a demake of X1. Oh, remake. Ah. Oops. There we go. Maybe a little too high. Nah, I think that's perfect. That one's too low, so let's move that one. So I actually don't even need this at this point. I might move it a little down, like just a tad. This one, that's definitely too low. That one's above, so that one should be fine. Not Maverick Hunter X, but just Maverick Hunter. I remember a number of canceled games, including a gritty, realistic first-person shooter. The Blood Hashira. What elemental mode is this? So it's based on Shippu. So Zero's attack where he sends the clone out. It's based on that. So when he's in that form, oops, put the hands away, Zero. We don't have to put the paws on him. When he's in that form, Zero can, instead of doing the special attack himself, he can send the clone over and the clone will do it. So that's kind of the whole gimmick of it. So you could essentially do something like now this is definitely getting nerfed, but it's funny to do right now. And so on and so forth. Just a bunch of wild stuff. I thought that's what that was. Yep. Let's do your go. Skills are amazing. I appreciate it. I'm still learning though, you know. Regardless of how long I've been doing this, it's still like one big learning process. And I whiffed that. Interesting. I gotta head out for some errands. I'll try to make it back before you end. No problem. Yeah, that's why I can't be on as long today. I got some stuff I gotta run out and do myself. Christmas shopping and all that. But I appreciate you being here, and I may be on tomorrow. I'm trying to figure that out right now. If I have the time. But yeah, I appreciate you being here, man. Hope you have a great rest of your day, great holiday season. If I don't see you tomorrow or Tuesday if I go live. Honestly, it's really fun to do dev talk, but I love learning from your approach. I appreciate it. I'm the same. I like learning how other devs achieve the things they do in their games. Because I know there's more than one way to do anything when it comes to programming. So it's crazy to see how other devs, accomplish the things they do in their games, and it's really inspiring to me, like to hear other devs talk about like challenges they faced and how they accomplish certain visuals or mechanics. Like it's really fun. Indie devs are wizards, man. Capcom really doesn't want to give us this game. It's okay though. It wouldn't have been good anyways. So everything looks good. Um, I'm pretty happy with how this feels to use. Only thing left now is to kind of clean, like replace some of the placeholders. Like I said, I want to put the clones in the saber, like the charged saber attack. That I'm gonna put the clones in there somewhere, so I gotta figure that part out. Other than that, I'm pretty happy with it. All right, so now I should be able to do this. What I was trying to do yesterday was send the clone down with that, and not clone, send the enemy down with this, and then have the clone bring them back up. And then I need a way, because Zero was too high up. So what if, oops, Zero, you were supposed to do that. And then you can cancel, I think you can jump cancel that, the stance. Oh, you can't jump cancel the stance. I need to set that to be jump cancelable. Which, once again, another one of those things I thought ahead for. Where is it? We gotta replace that animation at some point, right? He can't be twerking forever. I might make it like a debug option where you can just toggle it and he'll just do the twerk instead of like the pose. But yeah, we gotta replace the twerk at some point. I thought I set this up for jump cancel. I did set this up for jump cancel. So why didn't he jump cancel? Don't sell yourself short, Mr. Wizard. I appreciate it. The tough thing for me is that I work on only very specific parts for the existing client project. So I haven't had time to work on my own stuff from the ground up. There's a lot to learn from that. Very true. Very true. But at the same time, because I do get where you're coming from. At the same time, you kind of do get to, polish your skills in the area that you currently do work on. But I completely understand that, like having time to kind of do your own thing. Yeah, as far as time in general is concerned, I'm kind of in the same boat when it comes to like working on the stuff I want to. When that 9 to 5 eats up majority of your time. All right. So I can't jump cancel that. Oh, that's right. Because how I have it coded, only the wind form can jump cancel while you're in the air. That's right. I might have to make that the exception. Or better yet, no, because you can just cancel into a special. So essentially I could do this. Wait. This, 3 hits. My bad. So that, bring them back up. And then that. Or That's not what I was trying to do. My bad. Oh, went flying. Yeah, I might have it set where you can cancel the pose into a regular attack. Because you can cancel it into a special. And when you're on the ground, you can jump cancel it. Like that. Stuff to think about. What if I did is Raijingeki's a fast animation? Yeah. Give Raijingeki some use. A little too high up though. Matter of fact, you can cancel into this. Yeah. It's fun. I like it. Everything's getting hit. Oh, damage numbers too. I gotta get rid of those. They were cool at first, but now I kind of don't really care for them. Might make that a debug thing, so you can just toggle them. Time in general is difficult. I have a daughter for now. Some of the priorities have changed, but I set aside time as I can since it's still for my work skills too. Good for you for sticking to it. Yeah, I appreciate it. But yeah, good for you. Yeah, you got a lot of responsibilities going on. But sounds like you know you're pushing for that career and doing the thing you love to do. I respect it. Respect the hell out of it. Playing around other engines as well. Low scope stuff like 2D and Godot. So Godot and Unreal, I need to kind of sit some time out to learn. I know Coursera just added a program with Unreal Engine, and I'm planning on doing that. But my plan was to do that during winter break, because I teach at a middle school. So right now we're on winter break. But with the holiday stuff and me going to see my folks, I'm not really gonna have the time to do it. But I don't know. I do want to learn Godot and Unreal though. Composition is a powerful architecture. I don't know much about engines, but every time I play something, I recognize that Godot logo. It's always pretty good. How'd that whiff? I can grapple him from here. Yep. That's too far. How we both miss. Oh, I see why the clone missed. Yep. All right, hold on. Let's fix that. So another thing, because the clones use Zero's animator, and on Zero's animator, there are some animation events tied to the frames of these attacks that move Zero. When he does the down stab, he kind of moves forward a little bit before he drops down. So the clone is missing because he's kind of moving past the enemy and then dropping down. So there's two ways I can fix that. I can either move the clone back a little bit with the offset, or I have, where is it? This little enumerator, coroutine, clone follow target. So there's a little delay where the clone is locked in that offset position before the animation events take effect and move the clone like during that attack. So either one works. Either method works to fix it. I kind of like this method because it adjusts based on how the enemy is moving. Because the whole reason I made that coroutine is sometimes if the enemy gets sent flying back a little too fast, the clone would show up in an offset behind the enemy, try to do the attack, and then the enemy would just keep flying past them. So that little coroutine keeps them locked in that offset regardless of how the enemy is moving. And where was it? Here at area version. So right now it holds for like almost a third of a second. We can push it a little more. Let's just go half a second and see how it looks. Godot is neat because it emphasizes some better structuring of different components. Scenes and those are like prefabs in Unity, but same responsibility principle. Oh, that's cool. Huh. That actually sounds pretty dope. If you were to make an original weapon for this game, what would it be? I don't think anyone's asked that, honestly. I don't know about an original weapon. Because Zero's pretty much used a lot of stuff. I do want to see dual wielding sabers at some point. Oh wait, no. So yeah, that did remind me of what I was thinking of doing. All right, so I do want to see dual wielding sabers, but if I were to make an original weapon, I would probably replace this with it. If not replace this with it, make it a like mode, like a weapon switch mode for it, where this turns into a like Darth Maul style double saber. So that would be the original weapon I would make for this project. It would be a double bladed saber for Zero. It sounds dope, right? And it's like I want to do it, but in the back of my head, it's like scope. But no, I might still do it because I'm going back at some point to kind of revamp the triple rod because right now it's the worst out of all the sub weapons. It needs some love. So one of the ideas was to have it have two modes, one where it was your standard poke weapon, and that was weird. And the other form where it gets another blade on the other side, and instead of your poke weapon, it's more, I guess you could say AOE. It would pretty much be like the Dark Maul dual bladed saber type deal. And that way it would kind of give it a bit more use than just that. But in time. All right, let's see if this works better now. Yeah, it tracked them better. Whoops. What if I sent him flying backwards and then tried it? Just to get some height. There we go. That was weird. The animation on the clone kind of... Wonder why I did that. The clone... I thought we fixed that issue. It looks like the clone's colliders sometimes interacts with the enemy's colliders, and it shouldn't. Only the clone's hitbox and the enemy's hurtbox should interact. Might have to look into that. Pokes and big swings, right? And then there's this. What if? Nah. It's not what I was trying to do. Trying to do that. If the second clone comes out and uses Ryu, not that. Yeah. Just stand there. That's fun. See if we can get a side view of that. He's just yo-yoing him around at this point. So the whip was so satisfying. Appreciate it. It was like I can't take credit for the animations. It was an asset for it. But the grapple, that's me. So when you do the grapple, the game calculates the distance between 0 and the target. It let me see if I can missed. Oops, too early. Try this again. All right. So, the game calculates the distance between 0 and the target, and it spreads out the blades based on the distance. And then the line renderer draws from the hilt to the target. There are some things I gotta fix because this is kind of off a little bit here. But like that is a big fix that I need to do. But you barely notice it. And then there's a coroutine that moves Zero from the starting position to the target position, and the target gets stuck in place when it happens. It was fun to do to set that up though. But these animations, they came from a asset from the asset store. But I had to retarget the bones for the whip, which was a pain in the ass because there was no tool that you could use to do it for you. So I kind of had to, I found one tool on GitHub that someone had made to retarget animations, but they had stopped working on it. So it wasn't compatible with the animation, I guess you could say that. So I had to kind of like reconstruct it myself, specifically to work with retargeting the animations for Zero. And that shit took like 6 hours. It took 6 hours just to get this. Just to get the one swing. But we were good after that though. Because the issue with retargeting was that for some reason the tool that I got from GitHub, it didn't like Zero's hierarchy. So I kind of had to get it to cooperate. It was very tedious. It was fun though, and I learned what to do the next time I encounter that issue. So Z-Scythe sounds pretty cool. It does actually. Perhaps like Prometheus weapon. Yeah. A scythe would be dope. I've been told a lot about Roblox. Never tried it before though. So I just started off with any engine is the best way to start. The knowledge largely carries over. 100%, yeah. Most definitely. Gambit. Oh. That Z-Deck Gambit style. That could be interesting. Don't know who that is. Talking about Gambit on Super Ninja. Would you make it so you have to maybe earn new weapons techniques? If this was gonna be something fully fledged, probably. Like a fully fledged game, I would just do like a progression system. I mean, I still could, like, even though all like the end goal of this is just to have like a short little experience, which lore wise, I think we decided it was going to be like a training program that Zero went through between 3 and 4. Still trying to figure that part out, but yeah, it could be set up that way because there's gonna be 6 bosses total. So like maybe after each boss, like throw some challenges in there, like beat this boss within this time, or beat this boss without taking damage, or something along those lines, and that's how you unlock the chips or the weapons. I mean, definitely possibilities for that type of stuff. Oh, Prometheus. Gotcha. I see what you did. Amazing. The work speaks for itself. The whip feels on point. I appreciate it. I do like it. It's usually my go-to when I'm kind of just labbing combos. It's kind of my go-to just because of that. But I mean, the recoil is fun too. Specifically for this, I need to change that sound. But what I like to do is jump cancel into the air dash, and I mess it up immediately. But like that. So you can use it in the air too. Oops, messed that up. I may need to change it so you can use it as a cancel. Oh, and we need to change Zero's air, cause he can do. Oh no, it did do it. My timing was just terrible. All right. There we go. See if I can get 2 air dashes in one combo. I'm gonna go for the recall. It didn't reset? Oh, because my feet never touched the ground. All right. Which means I gotta get a reset in there. There we're good. Nah, he was too high up. Okay. Whoa, Zero. Nope. I hate the length and how long you need to hold that button down to do that. Nah, that one doesn't count. I touched the ground too early. And now it's reset. But I want to use another clone. So I think what I want to do for the first part of that is to do... No. This. Let's see. This. Which I wouldn't be able to do that until it reset. So maybe kind of have to do this, that, and then relaunch. And then after the relaunch, then I could do something like this nonsense. The learning process never stops. Facts. I personally want Nightmare Zero to be a secret boss. Hint, hint. Hint, hint. I kind of decided to give the Nightmare form to Omega as a second phase in his boss fight. Little spoilers. See, 2 a.m. here. Need to head out. I head to bed, but thanks for talking. You're really a chill guy. I'd love to join again when I have time. No problem, no problem. Appreciate you being here. But yeah, you get some rest. Get some rest. But yeah, man, I appreciate you being here. And most definitely, there is a Discord if you're still in the chat. There's a Discord link where you can kind of showcase some of your stuff or just chat with other devs. But yeah, definitely enjoyed the conversation. Hi Blitz, what up? Will third be black armor? So Nightmare Zero is purple, right? That's the all purple zero, isn't it? See how's it going? That's going all right, going all right. Can't complain. Well, I could complain. That's going all right. Just cleaning up some stuff from yesterday. About to wrap up soon. Doppel's fun. Give me all the nonsense. 100%. That's that's my slogan for any game or little side project I work on. Is just give me all the nonsense. I like seeing the wild stuff you can come up with or do. Like I one of my projects, like I showed you a while back, was a third person shooter where you play as a squirrel with two robotic arms on his back. What sense does that make? That's why I love indie games, man. All right. What was the combo again? It's this into recoil rod. Base is in a new body trying to prove that he's the ultimate Christian. That'd be cool. Bring Base in here. But how you doing, High Blitz? It's okay to complain. It's human nature. You're right. You're right. That's not what I wanted. There we go. So that, send him back, down, back up. This. Yeah, that's fun. And the funny thing is I could have brought more clones into that combo. Like, let's see, which part? So like right here. Send him back, let the clone do it. Then I do that. And then after this, bring another clone out, join them. I can't wait to see what people come up with, is what I'm saying. So what was the other thing we there did? It was, and then you got to use Rajan Geki to get out of animation. It's just clones everywhere. Indie games do be going ham. Devs who aren't afraid to think outside the matrix. Exactly. I found the Discord. Thanks, man. Good night. Good night. Have a good one. Get some rest. I wonder if there's a game out there that has all possible genres into one. I wouldn't be surprised if someone hasn't already tried. Can I loot this? You can loot this. Let me stop that one. See if I can do like a dribble. Like, I might have to throw like an extra hit in there. And then I have to use oh man. Wait. I'm getting a little too high up. Oh man. Would that reach? This is just terrible. I don't think I would have been able to catch him on the next one though. We could do. All right, so I don't get an extra hit. Could reset with another grapple. Oh no. This is busted. It says stop it, he's already dead. How would you implement RPG with a shooter and a puzzle at the same time? It's not impossible. I've seen shooters get mixed in with other stuff. Like, because right now, like, there's a shooter that's mixed with the card game. And I've seen shooters in chess, like FPS and chess. I've also seen a 2D fighter combined with chess. It's not impossible. Just got to figure out a way to make those different genres and the mechanics that make those genres, like finding a like coherent way to blend them together. I mean, granted, there will be some that may kind of just, they contrast just too much to be able to put together, but I don't think it's impossible. I want to make a fighting game RPG with a story mode. It's like a typical RPG. Then in battle, it's like MVC series. It also have RPG mechanics into it. Funny enough, Trizzy, I don't know if he's still in the chat. Trizzy had an idea similar to that. A 2D platformer that also was also like a 2D fighter. MVC series is go to anything to add on to that would just be a plus. It's an infinite combo. I think I might have found a new bread and butter. Whoa, too many clones. How'd that whiff? Oh, better yet, let's not do that. Let's do the jump cancel into the grapple. A little too low. I think I know a way to fix that. Nah, too fast. There we go. Never mind. 3 hits. I need to bring the enemy. This is where the having zero kind of magnet towards the enemy for some attacks would kind of help. I want to put 2 of those in the combo. So I may have to just keep it simple. I would need the clone to do. this. All right, we just go back to this. That's fun. I don't know. I still don't think it's as satisfying right now as Thunder is. Because Thunder form is wonky. If I can remember the combo. Wait. I remember it now. Nah, it was. And then I need to switch, right? Whoa. Cause I have to. Was it? Yeah. It's like a super horizontal combo. And then you dash, do this, jump cancel, Rajangeki. Okay. I really need to start like writing these combos down. Now I'm mistiming the dash cancel. Come on. I remember I came up with another version of it because I kept messing up the dash cancel. What was the follow-up for that? Because it was this, that. Or did I do jump cancel into Rajangeki? Oops. And then we went back in the air and did this. That's what it was. Okay. I understand it now. I just got to get that dash cancel right. Which, full disclosure, I didn't actually program in dash cancels. There's just a couple of frames in there where Zero's controller script allows the input for the dash. But I'm thinking about like actually hard coding dash canceling into it just to make it easier to do. Come on. Timing is so weird. Ooh, I choked because I was gonna go for jump cancel into air dash, but I'm supposed to jump cancel into Rajangeki. There we go. I was a little slow on one part. I kind of stalled. That's it though. That's the combo. I just got the vertical rush achievement. I beat the puzzle within 15 minutes. Nice. Here we go. Ah, I did it too fast. Because there's another version where it's like, it's, what is it? You jump cancel into Rajingeki. Go back up. That, this. So that's the normal ender. But wasn't there one that used Rajingeki twice? Oh well. Yeah, this'll work. Thunder, like I said, Thunder's just satisfying because of that speed. And if I can ever get this cancel right. I didn't get the air dash? Weird. But yeah, I think the other version that I did, just because I kept messing up the that dash cancel, was just to do this. Oh, never mind. I'll shut up because I got it right on the first try. That's all. And that time I didn't even use the recoil rod. But yeah, Thunder is fun. I really like learning insight about development of a system like this. Yeah, that's kind of why I started doing the devlogs for it, just to kind of try to help some people with my thought process, because it was tough early on when I started with game development, because I wanted to do something like this, but finding resources to help figure out how to do it, like tutorials and stuff, no one really had anything that kind of explained how to do this. So this is kind of a combination of like a lot of stuff that I've learned, but like some of it is from stuff I learned from tutorials, and then other stuff is things I kind of just figured out like after I kind of been doing this for a while. But it's a lot of moving parts, like a lot of small moving parts that build this whole system. Like most hack and slash tutorials I found were, I don't want to call them simple. They weren't as dynamic. I'll say that. Because they weren't simple by any means, like from a game design perspective. But they weren't as dynamic, because most of them, like, they don't show, like, the big thing that the big issue I ran into was most tutorials on a hack and slash system were almost always only for grounded combat. None of them went into how to handle air combat. So this was one of those things where I kind of just figured out on my own, like trial and error until something kind of worked. And then on top of that, because like I say many times over, I'm not an animator. I know a little bit about animation. So I use a lot of animations from, you know, other sources like Mixamo, the Unity Asset Store. And another issue I ran into, funny enough, about air combat was I could not find almost any air combat like animations. All of the like the sword fighting animations were based on the ground. So I had to figure out a way to handle like animation blending. So that's how Zero's legs aren't like looking like he's standing on the ground, because that first slash in the air is the exact same animation as this. But while he's in the air, animation layers take over and his legs kind of do their own little thing. That was weird. It's like a leg jitter. Still need some fine tuning, but yeah, his legs kind of do their own thing while his upper body plays the same animations as if he was on the ground. So like I said, it's a lot of trial and error. And I know in the dev logs, I don't go too in detail because they're meant to be more kind of like an update, more entertainer. So that's why I kind of started to do the deep dive videos where I kind of go into more detail about how I do certain things. Maybe one day some tutorials. I don't know about a tutorial for this. Like, this is a big system. Like I said, a lot of moving parts, but maybe one day. Just air twerked on him. All right, see if I can get the juggle again. I mean the dribble. Oops. That's just so disrespectful. Oops, I meant to jump cancel. I feel like I can get a third. Oops. Messed it up. There we go. That's why we need this for that. That jump cancel's not coming out when I need it to. You really got to time that first area reel. I think I'm too high right now. Yeah. Yeah, I was too high up. Too high up. That jump cancel is not coming out. This is a good one. Yeah. That's fun. Let's see. I need to figure out elemental status effects for all the elements. That's fire, ice, air, water, ice, earth, light, dark, maybe electric. Imagine things getting more complicated when actual physics get involved. Yeah, that's another thing that I like, an issue that I had to figure out with air combat, which I'm still kind of tweaking how physics works in this. For example, let's switch back. Raijin used to be a lunge, like Zero would lunge forward and then hit him with this. The problem was that sometimes Zero would dash straight through the target, move the target out of the way, or this would happen. The target would get on Zero's head. And this is another issue I need to fix. So I did kind of fix the Raijin issue, so Zero can't dash through the target. So if Zero's moving fast and he moves towards an enemy, he can't push them out of the way. That fixes that issue. The other issue was in the air, sometimes Zero would push the enemy out of the way again while doing some of his attacks. So they kind of help fix that issue too. But yeah, when physics gets involved, things get kind of weird. And even still, like that, Ryu engine, see what I mean? It's not supposed to send him up that high, but for some reason that time it did. Like that, it's not supposed to go up that high. That's the height. So a lot of random weird issues happen when physics get involved. Let's see, the old electric reduce inner resistances, fire burn, ice stop them fully. There's also a conversion status which makes enemies your allies. That's cool. There better be a toggle in the release game to change the clone summon animation to work. Yeah. Whoops. This is a good one. Could have kept going. That's just such a disrespectful combo. It just get juggled. Hmm. Oh. Ah. See if I can do that again. That was cool. Gotta time it. I technically could bring out. Can I bring out both clones and have them both just hold up? Yeah. Just shred them. Kind of have to delay it a little bit though. Yeah, you kind of have to delay it a little bit. Just everybody's spinning. I mean, I could just grapple him like right after the second clone. Hmm. One, two, three, grapple. I could have just done it myself that time. Hold up, like without the grapple. And that time it kind of flew over my head. All right. One, two, grapple. Yeah, I can't wait to see what people do. Like how they come up with this. Do the ground pound upcut with both. Oh, like this? Like, wait, gotta time it. Why did he do the ground version in the air though? That. Cause he does the air version of Ryu, like Ryu engine. Oh, I know why. I know why. Let's fix that and then we're gonna call it a stream. Know why. I'm glad you actually put that in the chat because I had forgotten we're not actually done. Also, what is this? I don't got any other ideas for the element stats effects. Let's see. Damage was because you got reduce enemy resistances. So electricity reduce resistances, fire damage over time, ice stop them fully. Conversion. Which element does conversion apply to? He said that's a lot of errors. Yeah, and normally, hold up, I'll show you. So I know what this is. This little index was outside of bounds. It was on a triple route, right? It's talking about this. So I have to go and fix. Matter of fact, I'll show you. Converts the sign to none. Oh. Maybe darkness. Oh, but so that error is related to this. So when Zero transforms, the saber gets a little effect on it. This is supposed to apply to the other weapons too, but I haven't set it up yet. And the problem is that script is looking for that effect and it doesn't see it. Hence this error right here. which is an easy fix, and I probably should have already taken care of it, but we'll get to it at some point. I want to fix that other issue first. Where are you? Come on, mouse. There you go. So we changed this to do this extra little check. And we set it up for Ryujin and Coenzon, but didn't set it up for Hyoret or Raijingeki. Raijingeki's actually working fine as is, though. So what I'll do is just to like copy this over to Hyoret. Comment that out. And there's an extra little check that Hyoret needs, right? Actually, we don't need to. Yeah. We're good. We're good. I'm gonna keep this in here in case I want to roll it back before I make it like an actual thing. But yeah, this, I know what's causing this. I just haven't set it up yet over here in this array. But that's what happens when you start adding new stuff that you didn't plan initially for. Code starts looking for things that don't exist. Ooh, don't exist. Been talking too much. Thank you for bro, your work is legit incredible. I appreciate it. I'm still learning, but I appreciate it. Yeah, Soul Reaver has a dark element that has you blind. Giant Gemini insta kill you. Oh, it's a happy little surprises. There we go. It's a happy little surprises. All right, let's test it. And if this works, then we are good. I'm gonna go get something to eat and then take care of some errands. All right. So let's do the juggle that Fitz was talking about. So ground pound and uppercut. So basically this and this, but only the clones. So Zero is just gonna stand back over here and throw that ass in a circle while the clones jump the enemy. It kind of works. That's a weird animation thing I need to fix with that. That was my fault that time. The timer. I gotta figure out why it's sometimes the clone doesn't do that, the second part of the ground pound move. Hyoret. It can't even defeat my clothes. Pathetic. Stay away. Stay over there. You deal with the clones. I need to figure out why it's doing that. Like it's skipping that. Because, matter of fact, let me go over here. And I'm 100% sure it has something to do. No, never mind. I was going to say it has something to do with the enemy's colliders, but apparently not. Just sometimes it just doesn't do it. Problem for another time. Oops, my fault. Make it stop. That's terrible. Clone combo. Hold on. Let's see. Just gotta time it right. Because if you try to use clones too quickly, like, I don't know if everyone was in here to hear that part, but basically, the two elves flying behind Zero are your indicators of how many clones you have available to use. So if you call them out too quickly and then you try to do another clone, Zero won't do it. Instead, he'll do the attack himself. But this is fun. Made some good progress, fixed some things. I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it. That's busted. That's busted. But yeah. I was wondering what those were. So yeah, they are cyber elves. They're my way of working cyber elves into this game because I didn't plan on adding cyber elves, and I still don't plan on adding them the way they work in the Zero games, like being able to like customize Zero elves and all that stuff. For right now, the elves are just a visual indicator of how many clones you have available to use, and it probably end up just being that. But I did want to kind of at least put the elves in here in some capacity, because in was it 04? I think it was 04 where the elves came into play. They were a part of his kit. So Z, the first time I've seen you stream, really love the works for Megaman Zero fan game. I appreciate you being here. Yeah, appreciate you being here. Just glad you have them included. Oh no, you said that. Yeah, I wanted to have them in here at least a little some capacity since they played a big part. So, but yeah, let me save. All right, so next stream, I'm still deciding on tomorrow. I'm not 100% sure yet. Next weekend I won't be able to stream. I don't think. Let me peek the calendar real quick. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to stream next weekend. I'm not sure if I'm gonna stream tomorrow, and if I do, it probably won't be anything development wise. I may like do a combo lab session over on Twitch, TikTok, maybe. I don't know. Tuesday though, the 24th birthday stream. if I do that, I'll post about it. Like I'll put it in the Discord too. Tomorrow, cause I'm still trying to figure out what I'm doing for my birthday. And that won't be any dev work at all. I'm just gonna play something. I'm not sure what yet, because I got a crazy backlog of games I need to play. So I'm not sure. I might finish, well, try to get some work done on Rebirth, because I know I'm close to the end on that. Like Fit said, there's ZX or ZX Advent. I got the Yakuza games I need to play. Need to start Tears of the Kingdom, Elden Ring. I got a crazy backlog. See, oh, nice, another December child. Oh, you're born in December? I think I know five. I want to say 5 people with the same birthday as me. 2 of them I work with, which is crazy. Yeah, 2 I work with. 1 I went to high school with. And the other 2 I went to college with. So let's go Rebirth. Be there was the 20th. And are you a real gamer if you don't have a massive backlog? You're right. Z, yes, my birthday's the 24th. Oh, save. Whew. But yeah, backlog go crazy. Happy birthday, right? Hey, if I don't see you by the time it rolls around for your birthday, happy birthday. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, we'll see. I'm still trying to figure things out. But that's gonna be it. Hope you all have a great week, great holiday. If you celebrate Christmas, Kwanzaa, all that. What would Roshi say in the Tournament of Power? Rest well, eat well, play well. But y'all take it easy, man. And like I said, I'll post in the Discord and maybe on YouTube if I'm streaming Tuesday. Tomorrow is still up in the air, but Tuesday it's a good chance I probably will. But yeah, y'all be good, and I will catch y'all next time. If you haven't already, Discord link is in the description if you want to hop over there. Why can't I see that chat? I can see it over there. Oh, there it is. Stay safe, times are crazy in this country, and the Turner Hermit. Way big respect. Oh yeah, definitely be safe out there, y'all. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Same to y'all, man. Same to y'all. Yep. All right. I'm out. Peace. Work hard, study well, and eat and sleep plenty. That's the term of way. Facts.